Hello everybody and welcome to another Attack on Titan tribute game tutorials. This is going to be video number 7, I believe, and it's going to be all about killing titans. Not killing crawlers anymore, but actually killing standing titans. There's going to be 2 parts to this because I won't be able to get through everything in this video, so keep an eye out for part 2 sometime next weekend. So this video has been a long time coming, mainly because of the DDoS attack last weekend. I didn't get to record all the footage that I wanted, and so I had to delay this video for an entire week. So thank you guys very much for your patience. Before we get into the actual video, I just quickly wanted to establish my approach to how I'm doing this video. So what I see a lot in public servers and stuff like that is a lot of new people are trying to kill titans in a way that is easy for them to do in normal difficulty. But what happens is when you're trying to grow and when you're trying to become a better person, you can't just play on normal difficulty forever. You have to go into hard difficulty someday. So what these people do is they try and bring those tactics that they learnt in normal difficulty and apply them into hard difficulty, and it doesn't work like that because titans are much faster and far more aggressive in hard difficulty than they are in normal. So something that might work in normal will get you killed in hard, and something that might seem very easy to do against very slow titans and very slow crawlers is suddenly ineffective and is more likely to get you killed in hard. So what I'm trying to do with this video is I'm trying to show you guys techniques and methods that will help you kill titans on hard as opposed to just killing them on normal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We'll get straight into the video now. The first thing that I want to talk about is differentiating between 2 very distinct types of play, which are called freeform and techniques. So freeform is basically you're flying around, you're trying your best to just land on the titan's nape, right? You're just very naturally swinging around trees, swinging around buildings, getting to the titan's nape without much thought or effort. You know, you just kind of land on the titan's nape and you slice it out. Now techniques, on the other hand, techniques are pretty much the exact opposite, where you're thinking about where you're going to place those hooks, which direction you're going to shoot your gas in, which direction you're going to turn, where you're going to turn, when you're going to turn, when you're going to attack. All of these different kinds of things, they're all going to be running through your mind while you think about it. Whereas freeform is much more, have I landed on the titan's nape yet? No, I haven't. Let's just keep swinging around until I kill that titan. So we're going to get started on this video with some very simple techniques. Now there's 2 ways that a technique usually finishes. One is head-on, and head-on basically means that once the titan's dead, you're pretty much stalled at the titan's nape, right? You're not actually moving away from the titan, you've just kind of stopped dead on the titan's nape. And this is acceptable, I guess, but it's not very fluid, and most of the time, especially if you're in a large group of titans, you might die if you try a head-on tactic. The other type of technique is one that leads you into a flyby. Now flyby does way more damage, and it also gets you out of danger really quickly. So flyby is much better than head-on, but head-on is easier to do, or rather flyby is harder to do, more difficult. So you'll see a lot of pro players using flyby to get high damage, but they won't use it all the time. In fact, they'll be using head-on to kill titans most of the time. So yeah, we're just going to go into some of the head-on techniques for this video. The first technique that I want to talk about is called back attack, and that's basically where you run up to a titan that's not aggro onto you, you shoot your hooks onto its back, and then you should land perfectly on the titan's nape. Now the trick is to not aim at the titan's nape, you have to aim slightly lower than that. In fact, there is a method for it, and that's basically the bigger the titan, the lower you aim it, and the closer you are to the titan, the lower you aim it. There isn't much to back attack apart from that. Just be sure that if you think that you're not actually going directly towards the nape, you can re-hook to change your trajectory, which should allow you to go straight towards the neck. The next technique that I want to talk about is called death from above, better known to the community as just DFA. And it's pretty simple, really. In fact, if you're in any sort of trouble, you can kill any kind of titan with this, provided you have enough distance. You just aim at the forehead, you press W, and then you start gassing. And that should basically ensure that you smash head-on into the nape, almost directly. If you time it right, then it doesn't even have to be a head-on tactic. It can almost work like a flyby tactic. So here you can see that I release just in time to just go flying straight down to the ground, and that looks pretty cool. Do be careful though. If you mistime it, then you might land just behind the Titan, leaving you vulnerable for a grab. The problem with DFA though is that you occasionally do land imperfectly on the Titan. So here you can see I get stuck on the head. I quickly just jump off and rehook onto the Titan's nape, and yeah, you can also do that even if you just randomly get stuck on the Titan's hair. And so yeah, it's pretty much the second half of that tactic is pretty much a separate technique entirely, even though it's not really determined like that. If you really screw up and you land on the Titan's face, then you can essentially just blind it, get behind it, and then go for the neck attack. Now that's a couple of really basic moves that I wanted to teach you. And that's not all of the video though, because I did want to say quickly that at the start of the video I said techniques and freeform are basically completely opposite types of styles. That's not entirely true, because you can actually use the techniques in freeform. So here you can see me using examples of DFA in freeform. So here you can see I aim my flight path just a little higher over the Titan's head, and then I just hook in such a way that I land on the Titan's head. Here again, I actually do something a little different. I actually release my gas as I hook onto the Titan's head, allowing me to drift just a tiny bit so that I can get to the Titan's nape. Drift, if you remember, is from Attack on Titan tribute game tutorials number 4. I guess you can also do back attack in freeform. I don't actually know what this is meant to look like, but the closest I could get is basically as you're approaching a Titan from behind, just hook onto its nape and you should basically go fly straight into its nape. Yeah, so here I backflip off and I just, once again, I hook onto his nape. And here again, the main reason why that is freeform is because I don't actually stop moving at any point, even though I am on the ground. I just keep sliding, so I never actually resort to the full technique. I just kind of keep moving, and that's the essence of freeform, basically. There is one technique that you can't do except for freeform, so there is no like grounded version of this. You kind of have to be flying in the air in order to do this properly, and it's called the blitz attack. And basically how this works is you hook onto the Titan and you reel in once you know that you're going to fly directly towards the nape. And this is really useful because you can use it from basically any direction, even if it's like in front of the Titan, to the side of the Titan. Once you know that you've hooked onto the Titan's nape, you can just kind of reel in and kill the Titan. So here I actually mistime my reel, but I just quickly unhook and I quickly rehook and then try it again. And this here is just a classic blitz attack where I just circle around the Titan's nape and go for the reel. Here I miss my back attack, causing me to go into freeform, and then as I'm swinging around the Titan I just go for the blitz right there. So yeah, all of that being said, I just quickly wanted to show you some gameplay footage of me using the tactics that I've shown to get a pretty good time on Forest single player hard difficulty. Okay, so we're gonna take it right from the top. So here I backflip off and we approach our first Titan. I go for the back attack and I miss the first time. I quickly swing around and then I go for the blitz attack. I miss again, but third time's the charm, and blitz attack the third time gets the kill with 23 damage. I then proceed towards the two Titans over here. Oh, the aberrant's there, but then I quickly just blitz him. I go for the side blitz and it pays off. I swing around to the Titans that are normally here. I swing around and I blitz him once again, 14 damage. So as you can see, blitz is really effective. Here once again, blitz, 447 damage, much more effective. But yeah, here I go for the death from above, but then he turns, so I just try and freeform it. It pays off quite well. 927 damage is quite good. Here I go for the back attack, but I realize he's moving, so I quickly readjust my hooks and I get the kill pretty quickly. A small Titan walking towards me, I use death from above. I missed the first time, he doesn't go for the grab, so I'm quite happy about that. And yeah, and then the second death from above actually works out. There again, back attack, but he turned, so I just readjust my hooks. Here I see there's a big Titan, so I just kind of freeform that one and it works. And then I see one aberrant and two smaller blonde ones, just walking together. So I'm trying to move around quickly so that when I kill one Titan, the rest don't try and kill me. I actually killed a black-haired aberrant because he goes out into space using a frontal blitz attack, and then I killed that one using a special tactic that I will show you in part 2. And then this one was just kind of a messy freeform attack. Here I see the crawler. If you guys have seen tutorials video number 6, you should know that I go into base position there, just drop down onto his name. Pretty simple. I continue to the last 2 Titans. Here's one. I miss the first hook because I was trying to blitz attack him. I go for the back attack, I miss again. I go for the death from above. This time it works out. Blades are broken. Quickly refill that. And for the last Titan, I just go for the blitz attack once. Oh, sorry, for the death from above once again. And yeah, that was it. A time of 137 seconds, which is actually pretty amazing. The other day, using just these tactics, I was just practicing around and I got 119 seconds. That's less than 2 minutes. So yeah, just using these tactics, you can definitely do quite well. You just have to make sure that when you use these attacks, they have to be conscientious choices, just like I said in tutorials video number 4, I think. But yeah, just make sure that you're thinking about what you're doing. You're making sure that you know what you're doing, stuff like that. It's pretty simple in the end. It's just a matter of practice. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, share it with your friends and anyone else who you think will need it. Comment, ask questions, especially if you have any questions with the techniques. If I get a lot of questions, then I might even do like a follow-up video where I talk about a specific technique with a lot of detail. But yeah, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.